Hello everybody and welcome back to this channel where I'm still trying to figure out my niche and how much I want to post. Today we have a speed draw of an idea that I've had and have been putting off drawing because I was nervous about drawing it, but I'm trying to fight art block and being put in a creative rut, so here we are. If you've been watching my content by now, you know that I love all things folklore and mythical and spooky, and that really gets me creative and it gets me wanting to draw. So I figured I wanted to draw a Selkie, but not just any Selkie, a Selkie that's based off of my favorite of the seals or pinnipeds. I don't know, I think it or what they call it, a leopard seal. So for all my people who aren't so hyper focused on, mythical creatures and folklore, a Selkie is basically like a shapeshifter that can switch between a human form and a seal form based on the skin that they take on and off. And I believe it's a Scottish in origin. They're typically portrayed in stories as being very attractive and or seductive. And there are many stories about fishermen or people who live on the coast trapping them by hiding their seal skin so that they can't go back into the water. Then to sort of mix in and complete this idea, we have leopard seals. They're really, really large. I think they can be like between like 7 and 11 feet long. And they're carnivorous and they're top predators. And their faces are so unsettling looking. They look almost sharky, which is kind of particular because obviously they're mammals, but I'm so obsessed with them. I think they're like creepy cute or unsettling cute, which is like one of my favorite things for anything to be. They're also apparently sexually dimorphic. I don't know if I'm remembering right, don't quote me, but the females are significantly larger than the males. So upon finding that out, on top of how cute I think they are, I was like, oh, I absolutely have to draw a Selkie, but not just any Selkie, a leopard seal based Selkie. So that's what we're doing in this video, and we're gonna talk about it in my process. So when I got the idea and I was like focused on it enough where I was like, oh, I need to draw this, and I knew the urge wasn't just going to go away, I was immediately nervous because if you know me, I struggle with two things, and that is color theories, using colors that don't end up looking muddy and are vibrant and, pleasant to look at, and backgrounds. So initially I thought I was just going to leave it in black and white and do a bunch of messy sketches and fill up the canvas. But I quickly, when drawing the pose, I started getting excited and I realized I wasn't going to be satisfied with doing that. So I decided to just kind of go for it and try and keep my canvas zoomed out so I wasn't so focused in on like the big details, like the little details, and instead of the big picture. And I think that actually really helped me out a lot. This took far less time than my other digital pieces, and I feel like it looks a lot more, vibrant, which I was very, very satisfied with. Especially here when I'm like rendering the skin, I wanted it to look like too shiny, if that makes sense. Like I know with the Selkie, they take the seal skin off and they're like an attractive human, quote unquote, underneath. But I really wanted to put aspects of the leopard seal and like the seal features into the human form to begin with. So that way there's a sort of uncanny beauty about it and just an uncanny look in general. And here you can see me start nitpicking with how I want to color the hair to sort of give the illusion of really dark, really slick, like soaking wet hair, and like she's just gotten out of the water because she has. But I had absolutely no clue how to do that. I was trying to avoid just using straight up black. I wanted there to be like dimension in the hair and for it to look really reflective and almost like inhumanly shiny and stuff like that, like lustrous. And that did make me struggle a little bit, so I kept waffling with it throughout the entire video until I finally just like stepped back and stopped messing with it before I got frustrated and or ruined it, and really just rendering her and figuring out how to keep her the focal piece of the painting and also be satisfied with the texture of how she looks and her skin and her hair is what took the longest. You can see me here adding like the spot patterns to the skin so that it looks you know, a little bit off, and my favorite part of it is definitely her eyes. I didn't add any shine to them because if you've ever seen a leopard seal, their eyes are like pitch black and super freaky. I wanted to make sure that was in there. Like, she looks like she bites, and I love it. That was the goal. Here you can see me start to color in the background. I put her on some, I don't know, some icebergs, some ice, because, you know, that's their habitat. And I went back to the hair again, like I said, and I had to add more shine to it to make, because I feel like it didn't look lustrous or like wet enough. And then I go back to the eyes, and honestly, I don't know, I just looked up some reference photos and went crazy and just kind of threw some stuff around until I liked how it looked. Then I did the water, and I added some shine there, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all. Like and subscribe. Please interact with this post if you like it, and maybe we can make this a series. We'll see. Bye.